Let's continue getting reaction to the news this evening from President Ramaphosa that we're moving into lockdown level 1. I'm joined by colleague and host of Power to Truth here on eNCA, Dr. JJ Tabane. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. So it's been a week of depressing job figures, a budget that has laid out very clearly the dire economic straits that we're in. Are we starting the new week on a real high?
Well, look, I mean, there was good evening to you, Sally, and the viewers, and you, Tembeki. There was no choice from what the president could do because there is a pressure economically for the sectors to open up so that everybody can trade, but also pressure politically. We saw the EFF making noise about opening of political activity. That was really at the back of what seemed like ANC rallies around outside the courtrooms, both in Pietermaritzburg, in Cape Town, out of the Bongo court case, as well as Ismail Hashule's case. So the EFF writes a letter to say, well, your people are already campaigning out there. We are left out. So there was no choice about that. The unions were out in the streets marching around jobs. So there was a confluence, if you like, of issues that made the president, just jump from 3 to 1, because absolutely there was no choice but to do so. Whether or not it's the best, health measure that you have to apply 3 weeks before Easter, when people are going to be again going up and down all the provinces, remains to be seen, Sally.
Absolutely. Easter, of course, is from April the 2nd to April the 5th this year. What do you make of the front page story in the Sunday Times today that John Steenhuisen, leader of the DA, says he's prepared to work with reformists in the ANC?
Yeah. Politicians are generally flip-floppers. If it was not so, politics wouldn't be exciting at all. I mean, a lot of people arguing that that's why they had to get rid of Maimane, because he kept talking this language about looking at coalitions in different parties, bringing the politics to a lot of realignment. There's nothing new that telling us that Musi didn't tell us. And I heard you spot on when you insisted to John that they have changed their tune now, because essentially they realized they've reached a ceiling of growth, and their only way out is not to, if you like, continue to talk about unseating the ANC, but talk about how they can work with those in the ANC that they like. So we are quite spot on there to say they have changed their tune, but this is what we see in politics across the party lines. It's no longer principle that matters now. It's convenience. It's a political convenience at a particular time, depending on how the current leadership feels like.
Absolutely. Well, JJ Tabane, I'm going to leave it there because I think technology is starting to play tricks on us. But thank you very much for chatting to us, that colleague and host of Power to Truth, JJ Tabane.